Oh, absolutely we do.
So no matter who wins, I win more.
You win more because you get good gameplay.
Yeah.
You get good top-level rivals. Giga known for his very aggressive and very, like, sort of tech chase-heavy Sylvanos gameplay. Sparx known for being a little bit of a master of everything, you know? Very good at killing you off of the conversions off the side, carrying you and juggling you off the top into up strongs, even getting more unconventional kill setups like the Yoinky Splinky, which is the upbeat eject into the up air. Dude, sometimes you will see people in chat when Sparx is playing and he gets an eject hit.
I'm here for it.
You'll see them say, "Ryan, hit that Yoinky Splinky." Because if you remember, Sparx is a big fan of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, and now I know.
Big Xenoblade fan. And I think at some point that move just got called the Yoinky Splinky.
I love it.
I forget who called it that, but I think it was an Eliana player who called it that. But Sparx known for being a sort of jack-of-all-trades kind of player. He can play defensively if he needs to. He can play a little more in your face, but I think he prefers to play a little more defensively, so having someone to run at him might play into that playstyle. We'll have to see if Giga can really just kind of smother the defense.
Yeah, I think that's a very key component to this, is because even though the Sparx is going to lean more towards the defensive play, the fact that he is like very open to the idea of having to rush down, I think is also just a testament to the understanding of the character, because Eliana herself is a character that's a lot more oriented towards that defensive play when you consider her movement options and her projectile control.
A misinput at the start. It was a misinput?
I think it was a... They swapped
it appears, yeah, it appears that Giga and Sparx have swapped controls somehow.
That's very impressive on account that one plays with the controller and the other plays with the keyboard.
Only in Rivals of Aether will you find an issue like this, where the players have, without swapping controllers, swapped controls.
You know, in the grand scheme of platform fighters that can be played with multiple controllers, which I suppose is a niche within the niche, I'm very curious to know how much dev time has been spent alone on figuring keyboards working while other controllers are also working.
That's a very good question. Probably too many, if I had to be
feel like the
honest.
Rivals dev team alone has clocked in more hours of just figuring that out compared to how some people have spent just developing games as a whole. Like, it is a very unique struggle, but one known way too real to players like Giga.
Absolutely. Both of these people are also in beta, as I know. Oh, see, that's what
talking about a struggle.
That's a struggle right there. How do you get out of Missile Nair? You don't. You just die to it. First off, taking it 80% on a big boy like Sylvanos, that makes the war of attrition all the harder for a Giga.
Oh, yeah. The fact that both of these characters are on the larger end, on the heavier end, makes no real difference because they just have larger targets to combo.
Exactly. And, ooh, DI'd out on the dash attack. That is going to be the stock.
Very damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation, because if your DI is even a bit screwy, the combo just extends and sets up into other kill situations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great conversion right there. Oh, jeez. As I say that, the double up here. These characters are so volatile. The missile almost killing is terrifying to think about.
There's so many situations where, like, the littlest hit is just going to end in disaster for somebody.
Absolutely. And you see right there, Sparx positioning himself in such a way that he can lean in with that forward strong just as soon as the burrow occurs.
And did you notice how he tried to pilot a missile to where Giga was trying to burrow back into the stage?
Oh,
there are many layers to how any of these situations could go awry.
Oh, 100%. Right now, once again, Sparx with a very fragile lead at 100. And just like that, the aggression like we talked about before, Giga running off stage and hitting a massive tipper forward air.
Wait, well, Sparx may have a very strong idea of how to pilot Eliana off stage and maneuver with her ad infinite options to return to the stage. She's still a big target, and she's not especially fast. And Giga has so far done a very good job of taking advantage of both of those aspects.
Tried to go for an up tilt, does not find his mark. Off stage right now in the corner against one of the characters with the largest hitboxes in the game. Oh, but gets a command grab. Oh, tried to call it a jump, did not find it.
Doing the best he can to try to keep Giga in one spot, but it's proving to no avail. I also think that Giga has been trying to position a lot of the pressure away from the mine, not giving any opportunity for the missile to result in that cloud that could give Sparx a potential reversal.
Yeah, right now the main thing that I've noticed is that, like, the steam is not working, unfortunately. Like, Giga has just been doing a fantastic job of getting rid of it all, you know?
There's a lot of tools in Sylvanas' kit that you can also get you around it. And also, to Giga's credit, he's been doing a good job of trying to position around Sparx, but no options to be found there.
No, down tilt
manages to get that kill.
Yeah, the down tilt conversion into it with the missile, just for a little bit of good measure. Kind of like keeping you in the corner, just having that nice little bit of pressure that we always like to see from Eliana.
Yeah. It's one of the great things about Eliana's kit is that she always has those options to bleed out every option from someone. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be missile. She could delay the missile, she could have the charge one, or she could use the fist. She could just hover. At any point, Sparx could just stick around there, let his steam meter build, and potentially threaten to go into overheat, and just start swinging.
Oh yeah, just like that right now. Like, see right there, just despite being in overheat and unafraid of going for big hits like that.
He started blasting, and there you go. There's the stock.
So anyway, he pulled out the double revolvers. He got the dual wheel revolvers and just bang, 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 bang. And just like that, a quick stock lead for Sparx.
Interesting. I don't know why the mine didn't go off, nor why the mine is hovering around.
I will say the mine has a new thing where it is on a very brief delay before it's armed. So if you try and hit it right away, it won't work. But if you wait like a second or two, then you'll see it activate and go and it'll fire up. So Sparx just getting in there a little too early with that one, but 69% cleaning up that stock for Giga right there. But now that it's gone, it's anyone's game. The Yorkie with no Splinky. The big missile! That does 20%, by the way. That did a stock.
Yeah. The character does so much. I'm like spending half of this set just giddy with glee. Like watching how these two are just murderizing each other every 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, you love seeing the way that Sparx is just finding these new approach options every time. Killing sub 80%, not even like the worst DI coming out from Giga. That was just
I don't know about that.
I think he may have drifted out thinking there was another one on the way, but just business every single time. And right now down 2-0 against Sparx, who's making a bit of a run to the bracket right now.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how far this run will go, though. Because so far, no signs of stopping. If anything, he's building up the steam. Pun intended.
I love a good pun intended. Right now, I think this is a pretty good counter pick coming out from Giga here in game number 3 on 4s4. Definitely a smaller stage in general, less top platforms. There's going to be more neutral interactions happening here, less maybe not as heavy on the platform play. Gives them a little room to breathe and really try and like juggle Sparx and threaten in the air more with that big up air.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity for Giga to be able to just take advantage of the little as he hits. By way of, if not building up the damage, at least making it so that there's no safe landing for Sparx. Likewise, because the stage is so laterally oriented, but there's not a lot going on in the space above, all of that open airspace isn't especially active, so you can't really take advantage of being able to spread the field with your missiles in front.
Goodbye. There you go. Down strong taking that stock. 152 on Giga right now, though. Very fragile stock. Oh, good air dodge away from that up air. Nair not even going to do 181 in climbing.
I mean, he can live for quite a while, but...
200.
There you go. Oh, no Nair to be found.
Jab?
Yeah, jab will do it.
The jab. Jab killing at 210-ish. Which, I mean, if you're Giga, that's a pretty good stock.
I'd say so.
Yeah, if you can make a stock last that long, I'd say it's done its job. But unfortunately, not a whole lot of extra credit difference between him and Sparx, though, right now as we go on the second stock.
Yeah, while the percentage itself may not have amounted too much into the second stock, the fact that Giga is able to play the stage so confidently, the amount of control that he has, definitely a testament to how well the matchup can be played in this situation. But Sparx not one to be slowed down, trying to put the pressure out. It's just a little bit of a charge.
Salt mine.
Oh, I love that.
Do you know about the salt mine?
Tell me about the salt mine.
The salt mine is an old Eliana technique that was coined, I believe, by one Hallett, an old top Ellie retired, former top 10 Eliana player. Oh my God! Essentially, you stick the mine, you land the explosion hit. You drop another mine as it's going off to send you into overheat as you're rising up, and then you get the strong as they launch up into the air.
I mean, we saw it with perfect execution. And while Giga has managed to level the playing field, there's still quite a bit of percentage built on. And all of that stage control that Giga has built up through the earlier half of this game, now amounting to nothing. He's got to fight back his percentage deficit, and Sparx trying to run.
Yeah, Sparx back on the defensive, but in overheat, which means we have the kill moves out. Notice the out of that down throw, does not want to get exploded. Oh no. Yeah, and the mine is on, but not armed yet. Now it is armed. Woo!
Bounce him around.
Golly, yeah. Just dribble like a basketball, shoot the three-pointer, and you're moving on into loser's quarters. Sparx with a 3-0 over Giga, ending his tournament run at 7th place. 2/3 of the carpool has been reunited together.
Only one remains.
Only one remains.
It's not the breath.
You know, I did hear from a little birdie told me that Giga was offered the top 4 slot if Dino somehow makes it into loser semis.
Oh, damn.
Which is very good for Giga, but it also